Hey guys. All right. We're about to get started here. So, once again, guys, I thank you for listening to this channel. Again, welcome to the Health Corner. I am your host, Tony, and this channel has been inspired by Dr. Sebi, of course. So, therefore, and let's go ahead and go into it, though. So, we're going to go ahead and get started. First of all, I just wanted to say this is going to be an introductory video. I'm going to come with several videos in regards to what we're talking about today. We're just kind of talking about when it comes down to health and things. So therefore, how we can actually benefit, how we can really do some things regards to getting better and stuff. So I'm gonna encourage you guys to download or actually go to YouTube and you can pull up Dr. Sebi, spelled Sebi, if you don't know who he is. He's the herbalist that have studied, let's say, nutrition, herbs for over 50 years. So he's an herbalist when it comes down to that. He knows exactly what's the problem with in society in general. He knows what's going on. He knows what's bombarding us, what's messing with our DNA composition and so forth. The cause to sickness, illness, and disease and stuff, and how he has healed many people that were suffering from sickness, illness, and disease. But right now he's transitioned on, but he's survived by his family, which I have bought products from and things. So, and I'll leave links as to where you can buy these products and things. So therefore, let's go ahead and go into the video. So I'd like to say big ups to his family that are still doing the work. So for them. But other than that, yeah, just kind of giving you guys a bit of background and things. So therefore, I struggled with health issues, struggled with weight. I was a big fella. I was considered, according to my BMI, but me being 6 feet tall, I was considered to be morbidly obese. So 324 pounds was the biggest I think I ever was. So transitioning from 324 pounds down to 200 pounds is a great milestone and far as weight loss and stuff like that. That's why people they always were used to seeing me as a big fella, but they never used to seeing me as being a thin person. People that knew me for a very long time, I never had a weight problem up until I hit 30. And at that time, I was able to eat what I want. All the processed foods, you name it, I was eating it. So I wasn't bombarded with far as weight. That was a process for this to happen. But my diet and my mindset in that time have never changed. I still ate like a kid, ate the pizzas, you name it, ate Thai food and Chinese food, which was a big favorites of mine. Do I eat those foods today? Absolutely not. I can't eat those foods today. Why? Because those foods have no nutritional value in them whatsoever. And when we start looking at weight issues as well as health issues, they're depleted in minerals, they have high in sodium and sugar, and it's designed like a drug to hook you, keep you coming. So once I learned that and I was able to wean off of that, weaning off of potato chips, I know what it's like eating. I come from a potato chip culture, especially in America. These were stable foods. When we start eating this, the pastas and all the rest of that stuff, the Mexican food, wet burritos, and all the rest of this type of stuff, these were the stable foods, that we ate. Now, whether if they were good for you or not, we know they weren't, because you look at the people, and then you look at their body and you look at their composition. You start looking, they're classified as being overweight, obese, and morbidly obese, but they don't have a clue when it comes down to what type of foods that are contributing to the issue in the first place. So, like myself, I suffered from that as well. So I had to let's say, had to learn some things and throw out some things that was taught to me that was an error. So therefore, this is why he said we aren't supposed to be eating beans. For our particular region, talking about African people now, we aren't supposed to be consuming beans. We aren't supposed to be consuming rice. We're not supposed to be consuming dairy. We're not supposed to be consuming meat. This is the stuff that Dr. Sebi said. We weren't supposed to be consuming this stuff. Why? Because if you look, this stuff was all man-made. This is what he said. The stuff that I was naming has been created by man. It hasn't been created by God because, again, the stuff that God makes doesn't have these issues that we're talking about that are plaguing our society today. This is the stuff that Dr. Sebi said. This was earth-shattering, man, hearing this type of talk. So, an inquisitive, I have an inquisitive mind anyway. So, when I started going further and further and further and taking the notes and researching, and this is why I enjoy the success that I have today. 7 months later, I'm a lot thinner today. I wear a size 33 waist. I wear a size 33 waist. And I'm enjoying my health as opposed to before. High blood pressure, high cholesterol. What else? Sugar. So cholesterol levels were high. Sugar levels were high. These things were going on. Carrying around a lot amounts of weight. A lot of weight, So it just wasn't I wasn't in a good place. So versus now, I can at least say that I'm actually at my high school weight, you know what I'm saying? So this is a beautiful thing. So I enjoy the health that I enjoy today versus before. So therefore, I just want to just kind of share my background of what I'm doing. And that, guys, yeah, so just really talking about a lot of things in regards to the Health Corner, why I created it, to share some pertinent information regarding our health and how we can change our health from, let's say, an acidic, toxic environment to more of a organic, plant-based, nutritional side of things. And like I said, it wasn't overnight for me, So therefore, to say that this is easy, when you start to transition from poison processed foods over to something that's a little bit more nutritional, as well as giving you energy, vitality, minerals, it's not an easy thing. I wouldn't sit up here and tell you that it's easy. It's not easy. So therefore, think about the things that I was mentioning on this channel right now and how you can change, how we can have optimum health, how we can impact society as well as the world just by treating one another better. It's a lot to do with our so-called diet versus lifestyle change, and I prefer to call it a lifestyle change because it is one. It's an actual, truly, a true statement when I say lifestyle change. These are things that you have to be in time, become congruent, which is basically being more natural when you enjoy talking about these things. You enjoy talking about health and nutrition because you are living it, see, as opposed to people talking about it and not living it. And this is why when I talk to people and we talk about health and nutrition, they shut down because they're not congruent in talking about that. We can talk about other things, but not that. But when you start getting successes, you start seeing and feeling the benefits, and you start having the vitality, the energy, the youthfulness and things, where you're going to start seeing, feeling for yourself. Then when they start becoming congruent, you have to keep doing it until you love it. And for some of us, we don't love it enough to do it. We just love doing the process stuff. So this is why I created this channel, to simplify some things. What we're going to talk about, we're going to go over the next topic. We're going to go over each and every item that's on his list. And we're going to have time to do that. Now, you don't have to have everything on the list, but I'm going to give you some key outlines in regards to the foods, the organic plant-based foods that you should be eating on an everyday basis that are high in minerals, iron and minerals. It's like what Dr. Sebi said, we are carbon-based people. We are made of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. These are the things that are needed in order to sustain the body, to keep us here living. This is exactly what it is. So we're going to break down these nutritional guide lists. Therefore, you would never have to say, what about this and that? Remember, if it's not on the list, don't eat it. We come up with these things about black rice and other type of things that is not on his list. Black rice is man-made. If you are going to eat black rice, eat it sparingly, but don't eat it as an everyday thing, thinking that it's nutritional and healthy. You know, there are some properties there, but again, this is something that Dr. Sebi never said to eat is black rice. He said the wild rice, because the wild rice, the organic, natural wild rice, the one that God made. The black rice is man-made. That's the difference. So you have to understand that. Sure, it's a little bit better than white rice, absolutely. But again, man touched it. Man put his hands on it. Man created it. And this is what you have to understand in regards to that. Yeah, that's just my email thing. I'm going to turn that off so that therefore we're not disturbed. So hopefully I will have your undivided attention, so therefore we can move along to the progress or process. So we're going to move along to the process. Therefore, you're going to be armed with information on this channel. Therefore, you can make better decisions in regards to your life and going towards a healthy lifestyle. So once again, I thank you for listening. This is my first blog that I put together in regards to the Health Corner. I'm your host, Tony. Once again, I enjoy talking to you guys and giving information and sharing my experience, my opinions, my successes that I have learned from the great teacher, Dr. Sebi. Taking a lot of lessons. I've taken lessons and taken notes and stuff in regards to this. So therefore, I'm going to keep it coming. So I thank you guys once again. Peace. And please rate, comment, and subscribe also as well. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for listening. Peace.